Vermont Avenue is one of the busiest bus corridors in Los Angeles County. All the traffic and activity in the busy area make bus service slow, which will only get worse over time.
Metro has a plan to make it easier to get around, and our plan includes better transit on Vermont Avenue with the Vermont Transit Corridor Project.
We're studying options to provide faster, more reliable travel times in the area between Hollywood Blvd and 120th Street. This project would add an important link in Metro's system, connecting the B, D, E, and C lines and dozens of bus lines.
Metro has $425 million in funding for Measure M and other sources for better transit on this corridor, which could include near-term improvements as well as planning for long-term solutions.
We are in the early planning phases and want to connect with riders and communities in this area to help us design an effective transit solution. But before we get to that, let's recap our work to date.
Since the passage of Measure M, we have studied transportation improvement options for this corridor. We looked at bus rapid transit, or BRT, which is a faster and more reliable alternative to regular bus service. BRT is cost-effective and can be implemented relatively quickly, putting faster transit on the ground in the short term. We also studied how BRT could be converted to rail in the future, including related design considerations. Vermont is one of the most heavily traveled transit corridors in Metro's system and warrants a solution that can carry a large number of people. In April 2019, the Metro Board directed staff to advance both the BRT and rail concepts. From here, we'll be considering various options for the Vermont corridor, including how they can serve the needs of this corridor now and in the future.
At the same time, the board also directed staff to study the feasibility of extending these concepts further south from 120th Street to the Metro J Line Pacific Coast Highway Transitway Station. This is being evaluated as a separate study called the Vermont Transit Corridor South Bay Extension Feasibility Study.
Metro is preparing to connect with Vermont corridor riders and communities to learn more about your needs and preferences before we advance further technical work on this project.
We will be working with various community and stakeholder groups to ensure that this project incorporates equity from the start and increases access to opportunity for everyone who lives and travels along the corridor.
We want to hear from you about your experiences traveling on Vermont Avenue. How could the transit work better? What destinations should we be sure to serve? How can we create more access to opportunity for residents and travelers of this corridor?
Join us at an upcoming meeting or send us a note with your thoughts. We'll be taking your input via email, phone, and on our website.
And if you have any questions, please be in touch. We look forward to hearing from you.